We're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to term entities. By entities, we mean the non-physical beings. I believe that there are non-physical beings all around us. There are angelic beings around us. Some of them are very, very high consciousness, here to help us, here to work with us. But there are entities that tend to hang around that even though they're in the non-physical state, they're also feeding on us. They do a type of psychic manipulation. I know a lot of people that we've talked to over the years actually experience this in what I call dream invasions, where they literally can come into your dreams. Well, actually other people can come into your dreams. These are actually types of psychic abuse that take place. There are deceased beings, people that you know that may have crossed over, gone to the other side, but they're still kind of hanging around because of the dynamics in their life or in the family that they left behind, and they're still lingering. There's a type of psychic energy feeding that can still take place, even though they're no longer here on Earth. And again, if you've had strange dreams about them, if you've felt their presence a lot of times, but maybe not in the most loving way, maybe in a needy way, they still may be feeding, even if they've gone to the other side.
By default, it is going to be an aspect of yourself first. It is going to be one of these disassociated or parts of you that is still lingering, apart from another lifetime perhaps, but very often an aspect of you, even from this lifetime. You're so clever, you're such a grand creator that you can disguise even these entities as something outside of yourself. But understand it is part of you. Now, with any of these entities, whether they are part of you or outside of you, the essence who exists in this now moment, the one who is conscious of these thoughts, is the master in the moment, in every moment. And you can literally demand that these entities leave. If it is an external entity, which does happen, they will play games with you at times, pretend that they have control or power over you. Simply demand from your place of mastery that they leave. They have to, by the way. If they don't leave the first time because they don't necessarily believe you, why should they believe you when you don't believe yourself? Demand 3 times. Use the I am. I am the master. I demand you leave. I am the master. If you say it long enough to yourself even, you might even begin to believe it. But use those simple words. Now, if it is an aspect of yourself, let that aspect know that you are the master. Let them know that they are simply an aspect, and without you, they are nothing. Feel the energy of that aspect. Feel where it is blocked or wounded or hurt, and then release that energy. You're not trying to annihilate that aspect. You are releasing its blocked energies. I am the master. Therefore, I release the blocked, wounded, or distorted energies of you. Now, you are tougher to deal with than an external energy because you know all of your tricks. You know your shortcomings and weaknesses. And that aspect, entity, is going to try to fool you. It's going to try to tell you all sorts of things that it can't leave until you give it all of these things. It's going to lay a guilt trip on you. It's going to try to fool you, perhaps even tell you that it's not you. But again, you go back to I am the master. Therefore, I release all energies that no longer serve me, and you don't serve me. So I release you back to your pure essence. Simple as that. If you get more complicated than that, if you get into long discussions with these entities, if you allow them to keep coming back, if you give them an inch, they'll take a foot. I am the master, and I release you from your blocked energies. And so it is. It's that simple. They will go away.
So when you make a clear conscious choice and say no beings, no entities, no animals, no anything can feed off of me anymore, you suddenly change your own dynamics within yourself. You're not like raising a big flag saying, hey, feed on me. And that's kind of what you're doing if you have these entities hanging around. They see how you get into this victim energy, the poor me energy, and so they come in and they feed as well. Make it very clear. Make it very, very clear. Feeding not allowed. And I don't care if you hear them say back to you that, they're not leaving. You make it very clear. You are the sovereign being. You are God also. And just confirm to yourself that you're not going to allow that anymore. You know what? They go away. They really do. You know why? Because they're going to go find somebody who's an easy target. You've basically said, I'm not going to allow this to happen, and sooner or later they do go away.